Welcome to the Fight Club Wrap-Up. We've got a lot of matches to get through this week being the first one, so let's get right into it. Starting us off with a strange definition of effective, Ian decides to forego the simple high-low mix-up with Dudley and decides just to mash out uppercut like his name's Ryu. Doesn't seem to be a bad plan as he takes the game over Mint at the beginning of the fight night. Budding rivalry Girl Dave and Mint go toe-to-toe in the end of the second match here before Girl Dave realizes, wait, I know combos, chucks the plasma upwards, takes the round. Moving us right along into round 3, Girl Dave tries to hold it together, but Mint seems apparently pretty angry about getting styled on. Decides to open up a can of her own whoop-ass, stun, super perfect, next game. Fresh off a victory over Girl Dave, Mint begins to hear the Guile theme playing, but it's not for her, it's for Ian's Akuma. Coming back, staying afloat with a clutch air fireball to make it over the super. It's really those kind of plays where I wonder, did he mean to do that? About an hour into the fight night, Chippy decides to enter the fray, throwing on the Feng Shui engine, trying to get in closer here. Formidable wants none of this, let the lady get a kick in, goes for the jump, gets the fancy screen. Showing us once again you don't need to know how to play a Dudley to be effective with the Dudley. Thunderbolt comes out of Ian 4-5 times in a row here. What is he doing? How is this working? Speaking about moves we haven't seen before, Mint apparently has never seen the air super from Oni. Won't be forgetting that one anytime soon. Looking like he spent some time in training mode, Formidable understands the importance of an early Ultra 1. And without a doubt, the winner of the funniest face of the night has to go to Seabags Balrog. Look at that face. There are plenty more highlights. You can check out the full stream. I'll link that probably right here. But it's time now to move on to the ranked matches of the night. This is the point of the video where I'd show you the current standings, but because it's the first week and literally first night of the first season, I got no standings to show. So let's just start off with the matches as they came in. Up first, we got myself versus Jadrium. Because of the first match, this is definitely a title match, going for first and second place. My plan going into this fight was just to push buttons in El Fuerte's face all day. Jadrium's plan was apparently wake up Ultra. This turns out to be the winning plan as he takes the first game. Moving into round 2, I decided to remember that I know how to do combos. Take the overhead to the crouching leg kick. That's a one-frame link, kids. Look it up. Just keeping him pressured in the corner. El Fuerte's got nothing to get out of here, so what is he going to go for? The Wake Up Ultra. It's so good. Despite the temporary setback, it doesn't take me long to close out the second game. Into the depths of game 3, Jadrium makes the fatal mistake of jumping towards my focus attack. From this point on, the match just goes downhill. Catching out watching your toes twice nice, go for the stun, close it out with the focus attack that started it all. And just like that, I decide to take first place. On my own ladder. Who saw that coming? With nary 10 minutes between matches, Chippy smells blood in the water and decides to take me on for first place. What do you do when you finally get Akuma in a corner? You push buttons and you keep his ass there. Unfortunately, I forget that these guys have uppercuts. And big fireballs. After landing the lucky cross-up, I go fish and fake a bad stone, get a demon. Kinda wish I would have chucked that now. Midway through the third round, Chippy gets real acquainted with my cross-up yet again. This time I decide to eat the demon full-faced. The final moments of the third round into play, Chippy blows up the throw attempt with the overhead, but gets caught low to criminal upper, giving me the first game. Trying to chase Chippy down to close out the first match of round 2, crouching medium kick saves my ass, getting me under some fireballs. Left with the magic pixel of health yet again, Chippy tries to move in on Cody but can't catch him, slip sliding away, medium kick once again. Closing out the second game, lets me keep first place, moves Chippy into third. Not willing to stay down, Chippy instantly challenges Jad for his second place slot, both of them opting for a character switch. Round 1 ends quick enough with an uppercut to close it out. In the second round, Chippy ends up throwing out ultras he's not supposed to, catch ultras he doesn't want, and in the process manages to freeze the game up. Unfortunately, we don't have a recording of the third round, but I was told Jadrium won, so after a quick restart, we're back in it, game 2. The Adon Ryu matchup isn't too bad as long as you respect that uppercut, which Jadrium fails to do. Takes a full screen chip out. No one likes to lose that way. Moving into the second round, Chippy lets Jadrium throw out all the wall dives and Jaguar anything he wants. He's got an uppercut. What are you going to do to beat that? Here's some blinks. Oh, goes near the uppercut, and we're going to round 3. Chippy's not done fighting yet. Hit him so hard we lagged the spectator here. Look at this. And for the third and final game, unfortunately we run into more of these spectator problems, so Chippy takes the first round, and we're going to have to finish this game on a different stage. And fighting on a stage that seems completely appropriate for people without shoes, Chippy takes the uppercut to FADC Ultra, closing it out like it's 2009. Game 3 and second place goes to Chippy. Jadrium gets knocked down to third. Next match on the docket is Girl Dave versus Mint, going for 4th and 5th place. After 2 fun rounds and them pushing normals, they decided to have some Cirque du Soleil acrobatics here. Not really sure what they're playing, but it sure looked nice. We're gonna get a double KO. Watch this happen. Oh, so close. Round 3 of game 2. Mint figures out how to jump over Girl Dave. Girl Dave doesn't figure out how to block in time. We're seeing stars, we're seeing supers, and we're seeing a third game. Both combatants are in there pushing buttons, but Girl Dave seems to be losing it. Starts jumping away to find some safety, throws out the YOLO Ultra. Unfortunate for him, the Ultra cost him the game and the place on the ladder, Mint taking 4th. Not too happy with that down arrow in 3rd place. Jadrium challenges Formidable in 6th place to get the up arrow. We got the 2 men from Mumbai facing off against each other. Formidable going for another Ultra 1 setup. Jadrium wants none of that. I got a teleport, I got combos, and I got a really angry face. Look at that. And in the second round, Formidable finds out that one bad teleport can end up being a whole world of pain. Look how long he's kept in his corner. By the time Jadrium lets him free, it's too late. The mind games have been applied, the perfect is being set up and executed. Formidable into game 2 decides to counterpick with Rufus before figuring out how to use Rufus. With the teleport yoga sniper counter hit, he goes right into super, showing Braum how to actually play Dhalsim. Jadrium retains 3rd place and gets the up arrow. Ian and Hibiki are up next, looking for 7th and 8th place. Bust out the air quotes for what someone might call a good match. Hibiki shows the only way to win on this stage is to take that plane down. He gets a little too excited in his victory and starts mashing out uppercuts. Ian just activates the hunk magnet, suck him right into that fist. Hibiki, getting tired of the dash punches, reminds Ian that just because it moves fast does not mean it's safe. And easily can jump over this to close out the first... What? Why didn't you jump? Why didn't he jump? For whatever the reason, he gives up the first round, taking it to a second one where Hibiki makes short work of him. Another uppercut to close out yet another round. Game 2, Hibiki. In game 3, we see another Fireball Ultra thrown too late. Can Ian jump over this time? Yes, and a punish. He's on fire. Or was on fire very briefly. And after catching a raw Ultra of seconds before, Hibiki decides to play it safe, play it simple. Gets 7th place. Looking to pick up on the scraps, Ted challenges 0-2 Ian. Despite all advice, Ian continues to try to learn Sea Viper, but look at this, that sick backdash. It's almost like he knows what he's doing. And he takes the first game with a quick 1-2. Second game comes down to the wire, but Ian gets interrupted trying to mash out an Ultra. Gets his super instead for the chip victory. Ian holds on to his 8th place title. Ted moves to the bottom of the ladder at 9th. And right there to challenge him for that 9th slot is Seabag. Unfortunately, there wasn't much to say about this match other than it was short. That puts Seabag at 9th place and Ted at 10th place. And with that, that's all the ranked matches from the fight night this week. Let's take a look at the standings. With Season 1 just starting, don't expect this ladder to stay still for too long. Already, I've heard reports that Girl Dave and Ted have fought and swapped places, 5th and 10th. On top of that, we have a couple fighters who haven't even had their first match yet, waiting to get one in this week. Our Cafe Fight Club fight nights are held every Saturday night. If you want some more information, go ahead and click here to check out the Steam group. If you want an archive to all the ranked matches, go ahead and click over in this general area.